Well, I'm not gonna pay your bill. WWAY and Perry's Emporium.
Hold on, bro, I got to go.
You got to go!
When she came outside to see what was going on, she realized she was almost a victim.
They've been yelling, food for donuts. So that's all you need to remember today. Food for donuts out at Krispy Kreme.
For me, yoga is a mind game, so if I was a little less mindless, I think I'd be good at it. And officials expect the prize amount to raise to $1.3 billion by Wednesday.
For this first deal, you might have to use your imagination a little bit, but Sarah Hopkins is here to save you some cash.
From cardboard to a trash bag, even a plastic top. These were some of the things sledders tried that didn't work out. Every morning starts the same on Okeechobee Road. 4-year-old Davis Simpson wakes up, eats his breakfast, and plays with his pal Winston.
Maybe you're my best boy.
But Thursday mornings are extra special in the Simpson household for a reason many take for granted.
Thursday is our trash pickup day.
Davis has looked forward to trash day for as long as his mom can remember.
As he got a little bigger, he started running down the driveway and Winston joined him. Davis sometimes, I'm sure, has been in his pajamas.
Far too young to drive one of the trucks himself, Davis saved up change to buy one of his own. And 2 weeks ago, one of the trashmen, Mr. John, surprised him with an unexpected gift. Toys and a note to let him know he is the highlight of their Thursday mornings.
We will have that note forever, and it was just so nice to know that someone remembered Davis.
This week, Davis had a special letter of his own for Mr. John.
Is it out there yet?
I don't hear anything.
Not yet.
Patiently waiting for the rumbling of the truck.
I hear it. Come on, stop.
You need your coat on, buddy.
Come on, listen. Stop.
And it was time for the moment Davis had been waiting a week for, and his turn to show his appreciation with a note.
A child like that hasn't really been affected by a lot of the prejudice and things that we have going on in today's world kind of makes you feel very special and shows a lot of gratitude for the work that we do.
This week, Mr. John had another treat for Davis, a Waste Industries hat.
It's really rewarding for us to be able to give back to him.
An unlikely friendship that all started as garbage. In Wilmington, Sarah Murphy, WWAY.
I have crystal, I have brass, I have pewter,
As the list continues,
paper mache, porcelain.
these materials have so much more meaning to Rodney Gore.
Somebody had their hands on those pieces. It wasn't nothing then.
30 years ago, and with his own hands, he started collecting nativity scenes.
My family always fusses. You're buying too much.
But too much is never enough
You can see the beauty.
for Rodney to show his love of faith.
I can never show enough love because without love, I don't have anything.
With his collection growing by the day,
And there's still thousands and thousands out there that I'd love to have.
he is opening his stable
It's like a place. Oh, yes.
for anyone who wants to see.
Like the shepherd boys or shepherds said, let's go to Bethlehem and see.
Just like Mary and Joseph did thousands of years ago.
Well, I was just overwhelmed. It's just beautiful.
And even centuries later, the Nativity still has the same effect as it did on that very first Christmas.
When the shepherds went to Bethlehem, they couldn't believe it either.
So maybe you do believe,
It just shows the real spirit of Christmas.
or maybe you don't.
It's amazing how many people don't know what a nativity is.
But for Rodney, the wood, the plastic, and the metal found all over his house are so tender and anything but mild. In Tabor City, Sarah Murphy, WWAY, News Channel 3.
Well, if you are needing last-minute ideas on what to serve or don't want to show up empty-handed, we have 2 easy appetizer recipes from Chef Keith Rhodes at Catch to share with you.
What was really screaming out to me was tradition and ingredients for good luck.
Plating up tradition with a side of good luck for your New Year's party can really be quite simple. First up, a delicious spicy collard dip.
Very, very easy that you can make for you and your family.
All you'll need is cream cheese, pico peppers, Jack and Colby cheese, a little bit of mayo, Hatch green chilies, a few sprinkles of paprika, some collards, and some sweet potato tortilla chips to scoop up all that goodness.
The things that are very tasty and not so good for us are the ones that are kind of high in calories, but we don't eat this all the time.
Start by taking your cream cheese and popping it into the microwave for about 10 seconds.
See how nice and soft it is right there? That's exactly what we're looking for to have the nice dip consistency.
Toss that into a mixing bowl and fold in with the cheese, mayo, collards, and chilies.
If you want to pick it up a little bit and make it a little more flavorful, you can add some slices of cooked bacon to this as well.
Once you have your mixture, grab a casserole dish.
I'm going to put a few peppers right on the top.
Sprinkle with a couple pinches of paprika and throw that guy into the oven for about 15 minutes until it's nice and brown.
Voila! This is exactly what we're looking for right here.
Plate the dip up and garnish with the sweet potato tortilla chips.
That's exactly what we're going to have right there. Absolutely delicious.
Now on to the black-eyed peas crab fritters. Combine your crab meat mix with a little bit of mayo and the peas.
Incorporate this really well.
Next, add some olive oil to your preheated pan.
And then I'm just going to take these fritters and we're just going to spoon them in. And we're going to make them kind of small because, again, these are apps.
Cook on a medium heat for about 1.5 minutes on each side.
Doesn't take long at all.
When the fritters are all done, grab a cloth to get rid of all that extra oil.
I'm going to add them to the napkin just to drain them. You could easily use a paper towel or something of that nature.
In the meantime, add a dollop of flavored mayonnaise of your choice to your plate.
And we're going to put these guys right here.
To really make those fritters mouth-watering, top with a tomato salsa with cucumber and radish.
I'm going to add just a little bit of this guy right across the top here. Just gives a little fresh element.
Finally, garnish with some fresh cilantro, and in the words of Chef Keith, voila!